Dementia Australia's podcast returns. From Dementia Australia. Dementia Australia's award-winning podcast, Hold the Moment, has returned for a third season, continuing to share powerful, real-life stories of people living with dementia and those who care for them. Across 10 episodes, the new season explores some of the more complex and often unspoken aspects of life after a diagnosis, including managing finances, intimacy, and planning for the future. Hold the Moment co-host Jim Rogers, who lives with young onset dementia, said Season 3 is essential listening for anyone impacted by dementia.
There are so many conversations around dementia people don't like to have or avoid altogether. Season 3 is all about saying, let's have these conversations. Let's get into the hard stuff, whether that be transitioning to aged care, money, intimacy, or even planning for end-of-life care. I am proud that alongside my co-host, Dementia Australia ambassador and journalist, Hamish MacDonald, we are shining a light on topics that are often too easily ignored.
Jim said, "The award-winning podcast has attracted more than 260,000 listens and received recognition in Australia and internationally. Most recently, it was awarded both a silver and a bronze tower at the prestigious New York Festival's Radio Awards in May 2026. Alongside the main episodes in Season 3, Ask Us Anything bonus episodes give listeners the opportunity to hear answers to questions on topics ranging from consent and relationships to navigating care and daily routines. The season features a diverse range of voices, including people living with dementia, carers, researchers, and community leaders. Among them is Betsy Koo, whose husband Peter was diagnosed with young onset Alzheimer's disease at age 63, and for 3.5 years, Betsy was by his side as his carer and advocate. In episode 9, Betsy speaks about the importance of palliative care towards the end of Peter's life.
When Peter moved into palliative care, everything changed. The constant noise and the uncertainty of the hospital gave way to something I hadn't expected: stillness. Palliative care felt like a safe space. I remember how peaceful it was and how precious it felt that we, me and our 2 girls, could just be with Peter without distraction. And that my fear went away, making more room for love. It was important for me to use the podcast as a way of letting others know about this, especially for a topic often avoided, like end of life and palliative care.
Dementia Australia CEO Professor Tanya Buchanan said Hold the Moment is an important avenue for people to learn about dementia and to not feel as alone.
Dementia is the leading cause of death in Australia, yet many of the most important conversations about living with dementia can feel the hardest to have.
This season of Hold the Moment brings those conversations into the open, sharing honest and personal experiences that help people feel better informed, supported, and less isolated. Hold the Moment is produced by Dead Set Studios and is available on podcast platforms, the Dementia Australia website, and Dementia Australia's YouTube channel. Season 3 began on June 24.
This story was read by Rebecca Rose, Adrian Rice, Sandy Miller and Hazel Rice.